This is All India Radio. The news read by Valsa Williams. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar today said it is India's consistent position that all outstanding issues with Pakistan are discussed only bilaterally. Making a brief statement in the Rajya Sabha on US President Donald Trump's claim with regard to Jammu and Kashmir, he assured the House that no such request of mediation was made by Prime Minister Narendra Modi to the US President. Mr. Jaishankar said any engagement with Pakistan will require an end to cross-border terrorism. The minister added that the Shimla Agreement and the Lahore Declaration provide the basis to resolve all issues between the two countries bilaterally. Earlier, opposition members from Congress and CPI raised the issue in the House. Anand Sharma of the Congress said the Prime Minister should come to Parliament and verify the US President's statement. The upper house has been adjourned till 3 p.m. over the issue. Meanwhile, US Congressman Brad Sherman apologized to India's envoy to the US for President Donald Trump's remarks on Kashmir. He said in a tweet that he apologized to Indian Ambassador Harsh Shringla for Trump's amateurish and embarrassing mistake. He said everyone who knows anything about foreign policy in South Asia knows that India consistently opposes third-party mediation in Kashmir. He said everyone knows Prime Minister Modi would never suggest such a thing. The Karnataka Legislative Assembly resumed business this morning after a late-night sitting. Yesterday, Speaker Ramesh Kumar had announced that the discussion must conclude by 4 p.m. and after the Chief Minister's reply, the division of votes should conclude by 6 p.m. today. The advocates of rebel MLAs appeared before the Speaker with reference to the petition filed by Congress Legislative Party leader Siddaramaiah to disqualify the rebels for anti-party activities. The Supreme Court adjourned till tomorrow the hearing on two Karnataka MLAs' plea seeking direction to the Speaker to forthwith conduct the floor test in the Assembly. The court took note of the submission of Speaker K.R. Ramesh Kumar that the voting on the trust motion is likely to be concluded by this evening or tomorrow. A bench headed by Chief Justice Ranjan Gogoi considered the submission of senior advocate Abhishek Manu Singhvi appearing for the Speaker. The Apex Court today cancelled the registration of the Amrapali Group under the Real Estate Regulatory Authority, RERA. The Apex Court also cancelled the lease of the realtors' properties granted by Noida and Greater Noida authorities. A bench of Justices Arun Mishra and U. Lalit appointed the National Buildings Construction Corporation (NBCC) to complete all the pending projects of the group. The embattled Amrapali Group allegedly failed to give possession of flats to over 42,000 home buyers in Noida and Greater Noida. The Supreme Court has reserved its verdict on a plea seeking annulment of Maharashtra Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis' election to the State Assembly. The petitioner Satish Uke alleged that Fadnavis in his election affidavit filed in 2014 had failed to disclose the pendency of two criminal cases against him. A bench headed by Chief Justice Ranjan Gogoi and comprising Justices Deepak Gupta and Anirudh Bose reserved the verdict after senior advocates Mukul Rohatgi appearing for Fadnavis and Vivek Tankha appearing for the petitioner concluded their submissions. President Ramnath Kovind has said sustainability and success of ecological restoration and conservation lies in mass mobilization. Mr. Kovind said this to a group of probationers of the Indian Forest Service who called on him at Rashtrapati Bhavan today. Mr. Kovind said Centre and first ever radio broadcast in the country went on the air from the Bombay station under a private company, the Indian Broadcasting Company. On the 8th of June 1936, the Indian State Broadcasting Service became All India Radio. Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar has wished people on National Broadcasting Day. In badminton, Sai Praneeth stormed into the second round of men's singles of Japan Open, beating Kento Nishimoto in straight games today. The unseeded Praneeth recorded a comfortable 21-17, 21-13 win over the Japanese shuttler in just 42 minutes. And with that, we end this news bulletin.